What's up, Foundation? What's up, YouTube? Man, it's me, your big partner, Cartoon 53. Back again, man. First off, man, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and hit that comment button for me, man. You know, do that for. Oh, hold on. Matter of fact, let me see that name. It's a name I'm looking for. Marshall. Okay. I just had to see that. I had to see that real quick. But anyway, man, y'all hit that button for me, man. Let's spread the foundation. Let's spread the foundation. So look here. Before we go further into it, I want to give a shout out to a young man by the name of Tony Marshall. He asked me in the comments, he's Toon, man, we friends, which made me kind of laugh. I'm like, how can I be friends with a person I don't know? But anyway, we cool. But anyway, say, Toon, we friends, man. Give me a shout out. Here's the shout out. Shout out to you, man. Tony Marshall, man. Wherever you from, whatever you got going on, man, shout out from your big partner, man, Cartoon 53, man. But anyway, so that lets you know I do read the comments. But anyway, moving right along, man. We as the people that sit here and we listen to YouTube all the time, we hear a lot of stories about the LA County Jail stuff that goes on in there. California prison system, the California streets, the whole hookup, man, with the gang activity. Of course, you know, LA is the gang capital of the world. Now, Chicago does give us a close run for our money, but now, of course, I'm gonna be biased. I'm from LA, so I'm gonna be biased. I think South Central is the gang capital of the world. Whether I'm right or wrong, it's to be proven. But anyway. It's a lot of stuff that goes on within this gang lifestyle that a lot of us lead. You know what I'm saying? That a lot of people lead. Now, out of all the stories I've been hearing on the internet over the last 3-4 years, you know what I'm saying, since I've been kind of dibble-dabbling with this social media thing, I hear a lot of stuff about when dudes go to the LA County and, you know what I'm saying, they gotta take fades, and, you know what I'm saying, if it go wrong for you, dudes getting stuff put in their behinds, and, you know what I'm saying, dudes being packed out, stabbed, the whole hookup, you know what I'm saying. We had a saying back in the 80s, and it was a true. They were like, man, if you can make it through the LA County jail, you can make it through anybody's jail system. That was the saying, but that saying was for how LA County jail was back then. I couldn't tell you today how LA County Jail is because I haven't been. I really don't have no plans on going, you know? So I can only go off what I see people on the internet talk about, what I hear my little homies talk about, what I hear dudes from different places when I'm talking to them, what they saying. And it's a wild thing, man. But now, one of the questions that I need answered, and I know if you're not from LA, if you know Cali, Southern Cali, you probably can't answer this. It's gonna have to take some, individuals that are from Southern California that when they get locked up, they actually go to the LA County Jail. Gonna have to answer this one for me. And one of the things is, okay, I know from, word of mouth, when you go into the LA County Jail, depending on what set you from, if you have main enemies in there, okay, you got fades happening, to the back. You got some fades coming. All right, cool. Me personally, I don't have no problem with it. In fact, I approve of it, So anyway, moving right along. All right. My thing is, this is the question, the thing I'm trying to figure out is, what do you do, or how does it work when you have people that are in there with you every day, around you every day, with eye busters on them? Now, for y'all out there who don't know what eye busters are when you have your enemy turf tattooed on you and crossed out. You know what I'm saying? With the K, or crossed out, or however you gonna do it. Some people have the little bitty man with his back to you pissing on their enemy sets, and all type of stuff. For instance, like for y'all who remember the guy Crip Mac, what he had across his forehead would be considered an eye buster. That means he has his enemy turf on him whacked out. And in this day and age, you have a lot of people. It's like a fad. It's like the thing to do. Have eye busters. Now, when I was young coming up, that wasn't that common. Did people have them? Yeah, but not the way they have them today. The first time, for instance, I'll give you a perfect example. Now, the first time I ever seen a dude with C blank on him was a guy by the name of Too Hard from Pueblo Bishops. Way back in the early 80s when we were in YA. Dude named Too Hard. Me and him had a fight. Yeah, we had a fight. But it wasn't for what he had tattooed on him. At that time back then, it was just, us and them were like right there, proximity, almost what you call main enemies, almost like that. So that's why me and him got out. But anyway, he was the first person I seen that. That was back like in the early mid 80s. Nowadays, it's normal. It's normal to see it. Whether it's C blank or B blank, you gonna see that on dudes all the time. Here it is. As time went on, it became, like I say, it became like the norm. Me personally, I will admit, I have eye busters on me. In fact, if I have quite a few. I ain't gonna lie, I have quite a few. If you beef with Avalon in the last 30 years, 9 times out of 10, your set is on me crossed out. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I say, I was one of them ones. It's just, I was a gangbanger. I didn't play with it. You know what I'm saying? Such as a lot of these youngsters of today, and even back then. And my thing was, if we at war, yeah, I'm at war with you, and boom, like I say, I got a lot of eye busters on me, Crips and Bloods. But what do you do in this day and age? One of the questions I'm getting to is, okay, when you see dudes, let's for instance, like if you see dudes in the county jail and they got your set on them whacked out, is that an automatic fight, or is that an automatic, you know what I'm saying, let's take it to the back? Or is it so normal now that you kind of ignore it? If you see a dude from an enemy turf, he got your set whacked out, but you got his set whacked out on you, do y'all just leave it at that? Or is it an automatic call out, get down, or what? I don't know. From what I see, it's like it's hit or miss. You can't call a person out for to get down because he got your set whacked out on him, or you could leave it alone. I don't know. I'm asking, and because to me it's wild. Like, for instance, like if I would now, the reason why I say it's wild because, for instance, if I'm in the county jail, you not finna be around me every day, and you got my turf on you whacked out. We gon' fight every day until they separate one of us, until either they move you or until they move me. That's because that's crazy. I don't know what the next person do. I don't know what the next people accept. But even though it's prevalent like that, I'm not finna be around nobody, man, every day with my turf whacked out on them, and I got to look at that. Not in the county jail. Now, once you hit the California prison system, that's a different story. The rules change. Chino and prison, that's a whole different way of life when it comes to us. But now, the county jail and the county jail is just like being on the streets. You still on the streets with the county jail. Whatever was going on with you on in the streets, you still gonna be under them same rules in the county jail, seem like to me, and it's always been that way. And to me, that's if people in there doing that, which I know they are, to each his own. To each his own. I know I'm not gonna do it. No, because that's major disrespect, homie. Having C blank or B blank on you, that's one thing. Those are universal eye busters. That's a universal diss. But now, when it's your set, That is a personal eye buster. That is a personal disrespect. And me personally, no, you got Avalon crossed out on you, partner. You best believe we finna get out. We finna get out, and then on top of that, I'm from a different era. That's what come. It means so much to me. I'm from a different era. Y'all got to understand that. My way of thinking and my way of doing stuff in this gang world is from way back in the 70s and 80s. It's from a whole different mentality, a whole different set of rules than what they have going on today with these rules. You know what I'm saying? And you know what they say, they always say you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Sometimes you can't. You know what I'm saying? Because me personally, that's not my mindset to accept that, and I'm not going to accept it. And after, and then on top of that, if a person is around me and they got the turf whacked out on them, and we get out, I'm gonna tell a person then, hey homie, one of us gotta go. One of us gotta go. Now, if you can make me leave, make me leave. Boy, if I can make you leave, I'm going to make you leave. But we not finna be around each other, homie. It's going to be a problem every day. And then after so long of this, I'm going to blast them. Me personally, that's how I am. Because I'm not from this new age generation. I'm from an older generation. And we play with that iron. We play with the knives. And a fool, wally-whacking, tally-whacking, sally-whacking, around me every day, and my turf on him whacked out, I'm not finna look at that. I'm not finna put up with that. None of that. You either gonna do me, I'm gonna do you. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it is. If that would take me, I'm gonna put that iron on they behind so goddamn bad. Cause here it is. You got these little kids, 19, 20 years old, that got these tattoos in jail or on the streets because they see their other homies with them, and in their mind, it's cool. That's what it is. Okay, cool. But like I said, if you built like that and you can stand up under that, hey, do your thing. Do your thing. Because personally, like I say, I don't feel I'm built like that. I know I'm built like that. That's why I got a roll call of whackouts on me. And don't give a dang who see it and who like it. It's either going to go one way. You either accept it or don't. However you want to do it. So, that to me, that's wild that dudes sit in that county and they look at each other like that all the time. Now, I'm quite sure you got some other cats in there that kind of feel the way I feel too. You know what I'm saying? But hey, to each his own. People gonna accept what they can accept. People gonna reject what they can reject or what they going to reject. But I just like for y'all to get in the comments, man. And tell me how that work. Like in the county jail, how that work? How that work? You know what I'm saying? Just let me know. In the meantime, between time, homie, tell the people you love them, homie. And y'all know me, man. I'm Cartoon One, man, from East Side of Avalon. And what? I represent the gangsters, homie. I'm out. Peace. When I call, then you cop. Don't nobody drop. You better bring it to the block. Then fuck the cops. You better squeeze until it's empty. I put that on 50. She's with it. Are you with me? Hey gang, swing gang, what it looks at. 5 tray, yeah, third that. 4 8, 8 8, 11 6. So when you slide down the 8, you're getting clapped at. Heads up until my days up. Say